Hi folks, and welcome back to Meaningful Money. Okay, another sunny but freezing cold morning, so I thought I'd get out and shoot a couple of videos, but hence the ski jacket to keep me warm. I'm going to talk a little bit more about some proposed changes to the long-term care regime, which were announced a couple of weeks ago in the middle of February. I think so, towards the beginning of February, perhaps 2013, and just talk about what they might mean. So before we do that, I must once again thank my friends in the bottom right hand corner here. That's Seven Investment Management, who continue to sponsor me here, for which I'm extremely grateful. Now, the government have announced some changes to the long-term care regime. These changes are not suggested to come in until 2017, so we've got a little bit of time yet. So they've just been announced recently, and these are the main points. Shift over here and bring in a graphic even. Now, the first thing is that they're going to increase the upper level of the means testing range from the current level of £23,250 to £123,000. And what that means is currently, if you have assets, including the value of your house, of £23,250 or more, then you'll have to pay the full cost of your care. Now, by increasing that top limit to £123,000, that means that more people will get help with their care costs. So now essentially it means if you have assets between £14,250 and £123,000, you'll have to pay some but not all of your care costs, presumably on a kind of sliding scale there. Now, in addition to that, they're going to introduce a lifetime cap on social care costs. Now, that cap is going to be £75,000. So the idea is that nobody will pay more than £75,000 for social care. Now, what is social care? Essentially, that's it can either be care in your own home or in a residential home, and it's the sort of help dressing, washing, getting a meal, things like that. Okay, so it's not the medical stuff because that's covered under the NHS. It's the social stuff. So that's going to be capped, a lifetime cap of £75,000. Now that's a good thing because currently it's uncapped, and so they reckon 1 in 10 of us will pay more than £100,000 for long-term care. 1 in 2 of us will pay more than £20,000. So that's only going to get worse as the population gets older. So the idea of bringing this cap is that the government are hopeful that the insurance market will step in and bring in products where people can insure their long-term care liability, because the insurers will know that there's a cap on it. Hopefully they'll sort of get into that market. Currently there is no market really for long-term care insurance, simply because there's no way of measuring what the liability will be because it's open-ended. Now, it's important to know that that cap doesn't include hotel costs. Now, by that we mean room and board, really, bed and board, but it does cover the social element of care. Big tractor going past there. Now, they are proposing, though, to cap those bed and board costs, and perhaps cap is not the right word, to make sure that they are no more than £12,000 per year. So that's a step in the right direction as well. Again, currently they're open-ended. A couple of other things to say. Firstly, they're going to introduce something called a national needs test. Currently, depending on what local authority you're in, your local authority may have a different definition of sort of seriousness in terms of your need for care than the next local authority. And that brings in a kind of postcode lottery. So depending on where you live, you may get care or not. So the government is proposing to standardise that on a national basis, which is a good thing. And then finally, they're going to be introducing a national deferred payment scheme. Now, currently some local authorities will allow you, rather than paying your long-term care as you go, they will allow you to sort of say, well, I'll pay it when I die. And essentially you build up an IOU, a little bit like a taxi meter running. And so the meter runs while you're in care and you pay the bill when you finally die. Now, they're proposing to sort of widen that to the whole country. But again, remember, that meter is running, but it'll be capped at £75,000. So all of this is going to be paid for by fixing the nil rate ban for inheritance tax at the current level of 325,000 until 2019. That simply means more people will pay inheritance tax. More tax received by the government is how they're going to pay for these changes. So it's a definite step in the right direction, not as far-reaching as perhaps some people might like, but definitely a good thing. So leave any questions under the video here and I'll do my best to answer them. Hope that's a helpful summary of the new long-term care proposals. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.